Well, hi guys. Thanks for tuning on back in. I'm ImperialJedi, and this is the second episode of our series. And I honestly do appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. We've got a fun episode in stock for today. I've gone ahead and just done a little bit of off-camera building again, just to maybe get a few areas set up. One of them is kind of like a little bit of a surprise for later, but you can probably already see I got some lanterns in, some new benches. I put in some more garbage cans. I've hired actually a few staff members too. So we got some janitors. We got this fun guy right here just kind of entertaining our guests. And yeah, I think the place is starting to take shape. I moved this bench over as well. I don't know how I let that kind of slide under the radar. And over here at the first aid, I kind of just changed the roof around just so it kind of, matches the whole overhang and everything. And oh, it seems like we're kind of floating, but we'll ignore that fact. And I just put in the walls in there too, so just kind of complete some of the, some of the little nooks and crannies, looking a little bit better. And the one thing that I did do is you'll probably notice that the pathway system is a bit different. And what in the heck do we have over here? Well, let me tell you what. This is a fun train that takes you to a destination that will remain a secret for a few more minutes, but there goes the tracks way off into the ominous distance. So yeah, this is just kind of on standby. But just to give you guys an idea of kind of like the design style and like the scenery and like, what kind of like elements we're trying to go for. This is kind of it right here. So a lot of rocks being put down just because of the type of scenery we're using, matching with the trees and stuff. But this is kind of cool. It's like my little urban train station kind of thing. I like that. And yeah, I just kind of wanted this to be just, I don't know, just oversized and crazy and just fun. So instead of making a bridge with the trains to come from one station to the next, I actually went underground. And my reasoning for that is you actually had to go pretty tall over the pathways to actually get a train to kind of function. And I didn't really want to bust up too much of this area here. So what I ended up doing, you can kind of see here's another train station. This one not really modeled yet, so we can kind of do that together. But the train station, you're leaving here, going underground, which is kind of spooky, but kind of cool at the same time. Then it just brings you underneath here, and then, you make your way over to this spot. And then to our third station, which is a secret. But I'll show you guys soon, don't worry. It's not like it's that, that long away. Okay, and then what I did, I just kind of pulled up a little bit of the ground over here just to kind of make the transition in the hole, and the where the train goes a little bit better. So let's try that over here, because we had a few suggestions kind of come in from the last episode for some roller coasters and stuff that kind of go through hills and mountains and everything. So I thought we could do something kind of like that in this episode in that other area that that I've been kind of hinting at, and you'll see it soon, don't worry. And yeah, maybe we could just do something like this over here just to kind of get a just like an idea of what we're going to be going for in the other spot. So kind of a smaller version, I'd say. What we could even do is have like a water trap down here too. I wouldn't say water trap, we just have like a little bit of water. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Nothing too insane. Maybe just calm water, why not? Yeah, there we go. Why not? Okay. Yeah, actually, I think that's pretty much just what we're after. Not too long of a tunnel, just something kind of visually fun for the people. Maybe we can even take over this part here a bit more. Yeah, that's cool. Definitely cool. And if we wanted to make it more mountainy kind of feel, we can just go for this paint tool and just cover this all up. And if we want, we can shrink this down and just do more continuous for just parts of it. There. I like the kind of overlay though. Looks like moss and stuff is growing. All right, well, let's put in some trees. But you can kind of see, like, in terms of scenery, it's not really all that difficult. And you can just kind of get away with doing something pretty simple. So we'll throw in a few rocks, but really it's just little things here and there. Maybe start with some bigger rocks. Actually, when I play city skylines. I have a tendency to start with smaller rocks, then I'll kind of build up in size from there. So let me see if I can just use that same approach for this game. And we're just gonna keep going up in size here. And I like to layer and just kind of have rocks kind of in clusters together that are like varied in size. And then, you know, don't be afraid to obviously rotate stuff around too. Oh, it's starting to come together. And this does look a little bit barren, but once we put down some trees, you'll kind of see that that's like, you know, the shrubbery and everything, the greenery, that's the missing piece. Alright, neat. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that little like tunnel entrance kind of feeling. Let me get a bigger rock over here. That's not what I wanted to do at all, but that's really cool that you can just do that though. Game's like, sure, why not? They're like, you're the boss. Oh, I did it again. Yeah, I subconsciously want that. And we also need to build a little platform kind of station box, little house, weird kind of mountainy kind of thing. I want to make like a chalet kind of feel for this thing over here. So maybe we can do that in an upcoming episode. I think I want to get a bit more of the framework and just a few more random things in place before we start doing too much scenery and whatnot. Because, you know, that way we can tie some of the scenery and everything together. That's nice like that, right? All right, well, let's put in something iconic. Because, you know, when I go to a fair or, like, you know, like a theme park, what's the one thing you always see? It's a Ferris wheel. So why don't we put that in? And who doesn't like a Ferris wheel? There we go. We want that to be, yeah, like, you know, one of the first things you see. So why don't we put that over here? And we'll put it hopefully close enough that we can have the exit just go right into that path. And if not, you know, we'll figure it out. That's kind of cool. All right, well, we'll have the entrance, say, over here. And the exit, oh, that's perfect. Exactly what we were after. Great, look when that happens. It's like we're planning stuff here. All right, well, you know, I anticipate this being a more popular ride. So I want to make this a bit of a longer queue. And can we just go over that? Cool. A little bit of a hill happening there. Okay, that's probably long enough. Let's bring this right back in now. Great. I don't know if it's going to be that popular, but just, you know, just in case. And then some really quick little things we can do in terms of scenery if we want. Just, you know, throw a few more trees in. I think that's probably actually the max since we already have a few there. But, you know, just maybe some street lamps or something. See if we can find those really quickly. I'm using those kind of throughout the park. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Maybe just a couple. Yeah, that's really cool, actually. All right, well, let's open this up, get some people on that. And I don't want any, you know, any prices on anything, because we're, you know, unlimited money. We just want happy guests, right? So that's cool. I like that. I like this too. It's kind of like that, you know, Rocky Mountain kind of feel for the theme park, which I think is the map. So suits this area very well. All right, so I bet you guys are wondering where in the heck this train goes. You're like, Imperial, come on, let's go already. What's happening here? All right, I'm with you guys. Let's do it. So I've got this on standby. No one's been able to ride it just yet. What we're gonna do now is open it, and we'll be the first to ride on it. So very exciting. Let's go sit in the front seat. Make sure we're in the right car. We are. Okay, cool. And let's just, you know, turn the speed up a little bit until we get moving. hopefully. Okay, there we go. Now we're on faster speed. You know, and I kind of thought this would be maybe a little bit faster. What is going on here? Put on 3 speed. Worst case, we can always just put it on test and then just go ourselves. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that. Oh. See, the second I give up, of course, right? Alright, friends. Let's see where this goes. So, basically, and the train's kind of tied into the theme of it, but we're kind of taking a bit of a scenic voyage into the first of many themed areas in our amusement park. And, you know, I'm actually a pretty big fan of, I don't want to give away any hints. Here, let's just wait until we go through this little bit right here. But, you know, like I said, the train, it does kind of tie into it. So you guys maybe have already probably guessed what it is, but I've gone ahead and put down a few of the buildings, and these are the ones that came with the game. So these are some of the preset ones. And I just wanted to get like a good feel for the area. So when you guys kind of see it, as we kind of go over this right here, you can be like, whoa, right? So I mean, this is awesome. So we have our own little version of Westworld right here. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the Wild West. I think that's kind of just a cool era, just in general. And you know, just like the wide open, you know, untamed America from the 1800s. I mean, that's just cool, just in general, right? Like almost in like a romantic kind of way. But yeah, here we are. So we got now train access to that area. Fortunately, when we hop out, it brings us back to where we jumped in, but that's okay. So that's just over here. So yeah, I terraformed a whole bunch. You can kind of see I flattened this area, you know, anticipating just kind of building a little town right here. And, you know, I tried to make an episode out of it. It just, for me to even bring the train down and stuff, it just was taking way too long. And I just thought in the general interest of the pace of the series, it'd be so much easier if we had a little bit of the framework in. You can see we've already got some of the, you know, some props down. I built this like little fun area right here in front of the sheriff's, you know, sheriff's office or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, no, it's kind of cool. If you come in by like coach, you can just unload some of your gear right here. It's, you know, safe and sound. You got some shops and stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. And these are the ones that, yeah, like I said, came with the game. But what I want to do is jazz up this a little bit more, put down some more props, and maybe put down a ride or something that kind of has that Wild West kind of feel to it. And then I really want to put down a minecart roller coaster. I think someone had mentioned that in the previous comments. And actually, a few of you gave me some really cool suggestions. And we're going to try this, I think, later on when we get a bit more of a feel for the layout. But it'd be really cool, and this is again from the suggestions, if we had 2 roller coasters that would like leave the station at the same time, if we can get them to kind of like work in tandem. And then they have like areas where it's like they run alongside and it looks like they're going to collide, but it's like last second they kind of move out of the way. So I think that'd be kind of cool. Or, you know, something that kind of mirrors basically the whole way. Maybe not the whole way, but enough of the way. And we had a request to kind of use some of the terrain. So have like land bridges and just have some like cool tunnels and stuff. So I think we're going to try that with our minecart little coaster. All right, well, let's hop in here. I think we have a few buildings that need to still be opened. Let's open these up. Otherwise, I think we are good to go over here. And the first of our people should be arriving soon. The trains, I imagine, are going to probably get their spacing and timing just right. I've actually got a few trains on the track, as you can see. So, I mean, we'll just let them bunch up here. I'm not really going to stress out about that. All right, so let me just do a little tour of this area, right? So, yeah, that's kind of fun. Let's do another little zoom in, right? And these buildings, we can add to them. We can take a look in the workshop, and we can see if there's already something that's been downloaded. But something I do want to try in terms of making, you know, a custom building is I want to make like a really neat train station right here. And so I think what we're going to do for next episode is I want to model a kind of like chalet style little alpine kind of like cottagey feel for the other wooden roller coaster for that station. And then for over here, I'm going to go for like an 1820s kind of Western, you know, just like wooden. I just like, hopefully if you look at it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's pretty iconic, like that kind of feel. So we'll try that next episode. Let's just get a little bit more of the framework in place here. And, you know, we're big fans of roller coasters, so let's get one of those in too. All right, well, The only one I kind of thought that was pretty Wild West kind of feel over here was this thing, the Gears of Fear. It has like a steampunk kind of like feel to it, like super like retro futurism, but like from like the 19, like not even the 19, from like the 18 like 50s kind of feel. It's like, what would be the 1890s? What would those feel like? That's kind of, you know, it's like if you were in the 1850s trying to picture what the turn of the century would be. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, well let's maybe put that so it lines up with this kind of, or no, let's put that over here. Yeah, that's a much better spot. So you can see I already have the pathway planned to kind of come down there, so it might be better off if we put this sideways. And I think we'll have a bit more room to bring the queue in as well. Okay, let's get that nice and straight, or as straight as we can get it. Not perfect, but I think I'll take that. But that's kind of cool, right? Yeah, I like that. I like the little boilers and everything underneath. That's kind of fun too, right? Okay, let's get this queued up and let's get this going. Ready, you know, people over here, give them a reason to come type thing. Actually, you know what we probably should do first is bring the pathways over. Oh, use a different one over here, that's right. Oh, click, click, click. Awesome. And there goes the trains. Perfect. System works. Oh, that's cool. It like squares off the edge, hopefully. Yeah, it does. That's really like odd because of the hill. So let's make like a little bridge out of this. Oh, you know what I did by accident? I got rid of that really nice. There we go. Is there a nice angle? Oh, nope, 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 nope. Thank you though, but not quite that much. Even that looks like it might be a little bit too tall, but oh, missed it by one. Oh boy, this one things get a little bit chaotic. Come on now. Actually, why don't we try? Where does that even go? No, not gonna work the way I thought it would. That looks nice though. Kind of like this little observation kind of deck kind of feel. Oh gosh. Please, whoa, where do we, oh there we are. Like, where do we end up? Yeah, it's a bonus, you get to watch your friends on this too. So why don't we do just a few things here? And you know, it's like I was saying with the other episode, or first episode, sorry. So if we're pretty diligent about keeping up and maybe doing these little bits at a time, it won't seem too daunting. And you know, I'll do a lot of it off camera, so we don't have to worry too much about just kind of getting bogged down in these kind of details in our episodes. But you guys enjoy watching this, nothing wrong with that. I'll still, you know, mix it in here and there, right? It'll just be kind of in the form of this, though. Okay, who are we kidding? We want the view on that side. That's cool. And why don't we put in a couple of these ones on this side? Just to mix it up. Now for this location, I think we're going to have to buy just like our own staff. Because I don't really think anyone's going to come by train. And we have no, yeah, we have no like pathways connecting here, right? So I'm gonna throw in some garbage cans. It's kind of fun though, right? I like this. They're all just little props and everything's kind of overlap and whatnot. People sure are messy. That's all I've noticed so far with this game. There. Kind of like a reflection of real life, right? Okay, I think, yeah, let's put down some staff, and I think we're ready now for the roller coaster. I have a couple of mechanics too. Now, I'm sure there's a way for these to go faster. I'm not really going to get too bogged down though with the operations, but you know, if you're kind of worried about all of these just kind of hanging out right here, I'm sure there's a way around it. So, okay, on to our coasters. Let's just do this really quickly here. Ooh, mine train. Okay, perfect. Mine train. Yes, excellent. So like I was saying, I do want to cut through this area right here. And just in general, I'd like to, you know, we can do it when we're doing our train station here. I want to make it feel like there's an abandoned mine, so everything kind of ties in. So we can do some like props, have some like, you know, empty old rails, and there's like minecart stuff, and, you know, just like fun stuff like that, right? I imagine we're going to have to do some terraforming to get the exits and everything in place. Actually, we can probably go like this. Oh yeah, we can definitely go like this. Yeah, so let's go from right here. But this will be, I think this will be kind of cool. It's kind of like our little mine entrance or something right here. All right, let's go for it. Let's see what happens here. And so this is just chain link kind of pulling us forward. What I'm going to do is have us kind of drop down and just go maybe like a little bit of a windy, and then up into our really tall kind of chain link up, and then we'll drop down from there and just kind of cruise around town. We'll see how we go. Yeah, so this is just to kind of get you out of the station. Now we're taking the chain off, and we're just going to fall kind of down a little bit just to get some speed going. And let me just see how that looks in terms of an entrance. A little steep. So I think what we can maybe have is we'll open this up with terraforming, and then we can kind of carve out part of it and make it seem like there's like some scaffolding and have like a mine cargo over top. But I think this is actually not too bad because we do need a little bit of just kind of area here just to, you know, get some speed and stuff, right? Or a nice little drop, I should say. I don't know if we can maybe lower that or raise it up a bit. That's so cool that you can just do that. Alright, well let me actually try that, because I think I'm actually talking myself out of doing something really steep here. Let me try that out. Yeah, that's better. And it's going to be a little bit tricky to see where we're going, but luckily we get the tunnel kind of vision right here where the terraforming is going to happen. So let's just do a little bit of a bank. And, you know, I mean, it's going to be a tough challenge, and I think a lot of it's going to happen probably off camera. But I do want to go through here and then put in some lighting and stuff. So I'm not going to go too crazy underground, just as a result. Okay, so this is now us going up with the chain. And we can probably go steeper than that if we wanted to. Oh gosh. That's kind of fun though, right? Yeah, just like a quick little bank, and then, oh yeah, this will be cool. Alright, so onward and upward. And that's probably a lot. That's probably way too much. Let's switch over to, yeah, that's better. I think we need chain just for that last little bit. And we can switch over to this. Because, I mean, that's a tall height, right? I don't know if we're taller than the other one. I think so. Alright, well, for those of you who are speed demons who are willing to ride this, we'll test it out and we'll kind of see. But maybe we're on, I don't know. Maybe no one will ride this. Maybe it'll be too insane. Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll see if we like it. Alright, so what I'm going for here is just a nice, decent drop to build up some speed. We'll cruise over top of this area because we're going to have some fun scenery and everything. And then, you know what we could do when we're kind of planning our mine and stuff is maybe we can set up a trigger and have some like dynamite and stuff go off. So I think, you know, we'll worry about that stuff later. We'll just kind of, like I said, get some of the framework in, but just for, you know, food for thought or whatever. And of course, this kind of stuff, like totally feel free to suggest, you know, options and ideas, guys. Because, you know, like we're learning the game together, right? The game's only just come out, so. Okay, so why don't we come at it like this and do another carve through. Just come through like, yeah, like that, because we're going to terraform most of this away. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, now we should have more than enough speed from this, because we really haven't lost any speed. All we've done is just kind of curve around a little bit, right? And just look at how crazy that's going to be. Oh my gosh, that little transition. That's going to be fun and hard on the body. Actually, I think I want to back that up. I don't know. I do not know. Let me back that up. I'm not really 100% a fan of that. As an added bonus, at least we're going to have a little bit more of the area kind of carved out. So that's us switching to this. Yeah, it's a little bit smoother. Now we curve. Maybe a little bit longer? I guess we can't. Yeah, so again, we're going to fix that by terraforming it afterwards, so don't worry about how that looks right now. I know there's like a double little kind of whole thing happening, but that's okay. Yeah, this is kind of neat. Well, actually, that's a really cool way of going through this. I wonder if we can even go a bit wider. Oh, I think so. Okay, yeah, let's try that out. Yeah, that's cool. All right, drop that down. Straighten out our bend. There we go. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, now let's cruise through like town, like kind of go a little bit overhead, maybe on the outskirts type thing. We gotta be cautious not to lose too much of our speed though. Maybe we can go near that observation deck. So like if your friends want to get like a cool photo of you type thing. Oh yeah, I like the idea of that. Okay, so let's actually go up and then start to bank. Maybe not that wide. But yeah, something like this though, is that possible? If we get the angles and everything just right here? I don't know if it's because we're too close or what the issue is, but I think if we come in a different curve, we can probably get that. Maybe even shorten that a little bit. I wonder if it's because we're too close to the path, I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, let's try that just a little bit wider. Try that from back here, though. That looks promising. Oh, that's definitely promising. And yeah, I guess it was just we were just too close to that. Makes sense. I guess I didn't want people to reach out and get in the way, you know? Okay, so we want to be just aware of our speed. We did have a bit of a downhill right here, so again, we really haven't lost too much. I do want to maybe go up a little bit, and we can try and cut maybe through here, and then we'll just go back to our station. I don't want to make this too long of a voyage. I'm kind of curving a bit outward just to kind of give people, you know, a bit of fun, bit of fright. Okay, let's start heading back. And I'm pretty confident we should have enough speed to go through here. But obviously we're going to test it out. We'll see for ourselves. This maybe not the best way to do it. All right, now we're talking. Maybe just, you know, observant of how much of an angle we're kind of coming at right there. But I think that's actually pretty cool looking. All right, so let's bring her on home here. Maybe we can just do an autocomplete and see how that kind of looks. No, not that nice. Let's go a little bit further. Oops. Not sure why it's autocomplete from there. This, I don't know if we have enough speed for. We'll see, though. Okay, so, I mean, really quickly, let's just do a little test and just kind of see how she goes. Alright, first person. And see, over here, just use your imagination, but we'll have eventually, like, a little bit of a mine set up, like some, you know, abandoned cars or whatever. Oh, that's not so bad. That's a little gentle. I like that. This is pretty horrifying, just in terms of how steep it actually is, but I think I like it. And again, we do need, you know, a lot of speed kind of going into this, right? Okay, guys. I'll see you on the other side. This should be fun, though. And a nice little scenic view of our little western town. Oh my goodness, look at that view too. Beautiful. Yeah, this is awesome. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool too, that little bank. Here's the only part I'm worried about in terms of speed. What's this last little bit here going to be like? Oh, perfect. Oh, guys, we got to win. This is great. Awesome. Really happy with that. Let's take a look at it from the outskirts here too. So yeah, what we're going to do is just kind of make an abandoned mine through here. We'll set up some triggers. Maybe make like a little blasting of some dynamite and stuff. We'll carve out some of this. And we have the option too of putting in like a little secondary track, so we can maybe make kind of like a little rail yard kind of feel. Maybe just like a tiny one. Have a couple of locomotives. You know, and if we're really feeling up to it, maybe we can even make like a train garage or something. That sounds, I mean, a little bit ambitious, but it's not, you know, it's not out of the question, right? And then we got to pick a song that we can play alongside with this. All right, well, you guys, I mean, let me know too. I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying this, but, you know, if you're more of a fan of me building this kind of stuff on camera, I'm very happy to. And I don't actually think we've finished putting these in, but I think we got sidetracked. So anyone who wrote me a comment for that, I apologize for not getting to that type of thing, you know what I mean? But we'll work on all this next episode. I guess a little bit sidetracked with our roller coaster here. But who couldn't be? Look how much fun this is. This is great. All right, guys, so we'll get everything in working order. We'll continue our next episode over here. And then once we kind of get this done, we'll switch gears over here and just kind of hop back and forth and just get this place to life. And it looks like we don't have any guests just yet over here. Are we expecting some soon? Hopefully. But yeah, that is all, guys. So I will see you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves. I look forward to reading the comments. And all the best. Have a great day.